Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And off we go to wrap up a busy weekend of football. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Drew Brees and the Saints heading out here to take over. Brees coming off another incredible season in 2018, set the all-time record for completion percentage in a single season, 74.4%. In fact, we can go ahead and just call that the Drew Brees category. He holds 4 of the top 5 best seasons percentage-wise in NFL history. Now a play fake here on first down. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And a look now at the offense for New Orleans.
We were discussing some of the changes they've made offensively during the offseason. And we know it helps for them to have the first game at home. Hopefully this crowd, which we saw coming in, they've been here for a while, ready to go. You and I should have joined the tailgates, that's for sure. They're going to give them plenty of encouragement. They'll try and ride that wave and get their first victory of the year.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Now Brees. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Brees, a quick throw out to Thomas.
Clearly, every time the Saints put together a game plan, they plan to get Michael Thomas involved early and often. 125 catches in 2018, the most in the NFL. Not bad for a kid in Pop Warner football that only played the minimum number of plays every game.
Ready. Yellow waiting.
Now Brees again. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now, this is just the 5th all-time meeting between the Texans and Saints here taking place in Week 1. And they have split the previous 4 meetings. Of course, the Texans entering the league in 2002. But you would think that these two teams would have met more because the cities are only separated by 350 miles, I-10 connecting them. In fact, for New Orleans, Houston is the closest NFL city of any in the league. So it's kind of interesting that this is only the 5th time that they have met. The last time they got together, November of 2015, the Texans winning that one 24-6. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Out of throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here are the Texans under their 6-year head coach, Bill O'Brien. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield. First down, Mayfield. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Something to watch here in Week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield. He gets it to Thomas. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Mayfield now from the 50. He finds his man Johnson. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield, and he'll find Akins there, complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. A gain of 3, 2nd down. On the delay, this is Murray. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Bree's going to try and throw on 3rd down. He finds Latavius Murray. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well, field from the... It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 36 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Johnson. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
This is Akins hauling in the short pass. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Play action. Breeze. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Murray. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that's complete to Sanders. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
Let's go.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. 3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. Breeze now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. This is Murray. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. That was second down run for Murray. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down. From midfield, here's Breeze. And Sanders has got it, complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. To throw again on second down. Breeze, it's caught by Sanders. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. On first down, Murray. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Now Breeze. It's caught. Smith. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the play.
The Saints spent a third-round pick on Traquan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got it first and goal at the 6. From the gun, it's Breeze. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill there to make the grab. And the Saints have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. This not the final game of this opening weekend. Still one more, and that comes your way later tonight out in Oakland. The Denver Broncos and Vic Fangio's coaching debut taking on the Oakland Raiders, the final home opener for the Silver and Black in the East Bay. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Noah Spence. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Johnson. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, Mayfield. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got Fuller. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Mayfield now, 11 for 11. Perfect in this opening half. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it with Johnson. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. On 2nd down now. It's Murray, and he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone, so they could use something here on 3rd down. 10th carry of the game now, Murray. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And we focus on Duke Johnson now. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast off?
Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Mayfield now steps away. He's going to take off with it. And out across midfield down to the 45. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Check, 47. QB's traps. Let's go.
First down, Mayfield. Complete. It's Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat. Complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Set. 180. Check back 47. Watch that.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Mayfield. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them. Yeah,
that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. They've got the lead. They haven't really had to utilize him all that much so far, but I guess if you're winning on the scoreboard, not too much to complain about.
Not at all, but you know those guys out wide, they want as many catches as they can possibly get. They may need him later on if things get a little tighter.
Yeah, so far 2 catches. We'll see what happens here as the game progresses. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Breeze now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Shot. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense. You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, but a flag is down here, so hold on. Let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Will not sound for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime in the first of 2 here on this opening Monday night of 2019. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we're out to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Heading back out, Baker Mayfield as we call up our player spotlight. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On second down, Johnson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
On first and 10, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line.
Let's go!
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins, his second sack of the night.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He gets it to Coates. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
3rd and long for Mayfield. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical.
Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire.
Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And now out comes Houston. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Play action, Breeze. Sanders has it over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that's complete to Sanders. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Bree's going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the gun, it's Breeze. They complete it to Hill. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. To give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now they'll run. Murray. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Murray. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it culminates with a Latavius Murray touchdown run. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. We get a glance at Duke Johnson as he heads back out onto the field. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. Just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. He's got Fuller. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. Johnson's got it complete. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mayfield now. And that's complete to Cooks. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. A first down carry here for Johnson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
The tackle made at the 44. It's a gain of 7.
On second down, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. And the Texans
First down, Mayfield. That's Stills bringing it in. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. That's on the former first-rounder from Ole Miss, Laramie Tunsil. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Mayfield. It's caught left side by Cooks. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. On third down, Mayfield. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On first down, Johnson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
at the 26-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
20. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch one.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And he'll find Akins there, complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. It's complete to Fuller. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down at around the 22. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. throw is Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Breeze. Throw left side complete. That's Murray. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Timmy Jernigan with a sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. From the 21, it's second and 10. Now Mayfield. He gets it to Cooks. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away. Throwing again, Mayfield on second and 10. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Mayfield with it once more. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Going up top, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw, it's Breeze. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll run on first down. Murray. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. They go with Murray again, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On first down, Breeze. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They run with Washington, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. And that's caught. It's Hogan. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Ready? Yellow lady. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They run again with Murray. He's seen a ton of action tonight. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze. And he's going to find Hogan here, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run here. It's Murray. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it culminates with a Latavius Murray touchdown run. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Mayfield looks to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be second down. To throw, Mayfield. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Mayfield brings him up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Mayfield. Johnson's got it complete. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller there to make the grab. And the Texans cut into that lead. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will get him one closer. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you. So for New Orleans, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Houston, they obviously fall